Yep, it should be good. This is continuing Halo 3. How exciting. Who is ready to continue Halo 3? I received complaints, actually, that last stream did not send out notifications. I don't know why that would have been, and I apologize profusely to everyone who wanted to be here but couldn't have been because there were no notifications sent out. I don't know why that would have been. I know that Streamlabs crashed on me. It crashed on me, and that did... I had to reconnect my Twitch and everything. So I don't know if that may have had a hand in the technical difficulties. Hello, Enthafin. How are you tonight? Thank you for popping in. I'm wondering who else we're going to get tonight. I know it's super late. I wanted to start a little bit earlier, but I was having technical difficulties with my headphones. I don't know what's up with this computer. I spent like around $2,000 on it. And yeah, I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. I'm a little bit tired. I'm not gonna lie. I stayed up way too late last night because I was writing. I was thinking about this channel. I had some really dumb ideas that I wanted to do. But I hadn't. It's going to be a very long time before I can realistically do anything like that. So, welcome, one and all. I'm going to be sending out a message to the Discord real quick so that people know that this is happening. That I've started. You can come here. I'm ringing the dinner bell. Content is served. Everybody come to the table. No. I'm ringing the bell. Because of the notification bell doesn't work for some reason. It's so tragic. I'm thinking about starting like specifically a Discord for this. I don't know if I have enough people to really justify that. But I've read on the lists on how to get bigger. You need to have, you know, places for your community to gather and talk about you as if you're not in the room. So I'm assuming that that's kind of like what a Discord does. Is allows them to share their nasty secrets and fantasies without my roving eyes. So, all right, you know what? Why don't we play the game? I was talking about my headphones. So the problem with my headphones, or at least the computer in general,
emergency power. On it, Sergeant. Another bombing run?
Is that the
Anyone from Charlie 2 got separated.
computer
They're all gone too.
is supposed to have...
Set your boots on the
Oh,
line.
hello by the Rook. Hello, lovely Rook. Welcome to the stream. We are playing Halo 3.
Chief's got the right idea.
I'm sorry you missed last night's stream. I don't know why it didn't notify you that I was playing video games. This computer only has the 2 audio ports on the top, and it's supposed to have audio ports that work on the back, but the ports on the back don't work, and if I disconnect my headphones for any reason, like I want to use them with my other computer, or maybe I want to use them with my phone, the audio stops working. That's what I've been trying to say for the past 5 minutes. So I had to completely restart my computer, which means that I lost all the stuff that I was working on, because I had a bunch of different docs open, just stuff I was writing, because I have really stupid ideas, but I mean, like, they're saved. It's just now I'm going to have to go and open up my 15 tabs I had open. And I don't want to do that. Watch your grenades. How is your night by the Rook? How is your day? Have you been sleeping and or eating well? I know that you're probably playing Hollow Knight Silk Song, so I don't know if you're super gonna be super talkative. That game does require a healthy amount of, as they say, focus in the gaming community. This game, however, I can be completely head empty. You know, I was thinking.
Collapse. The city got glass.
But the cannon is thousands of kilometers high.
Yeah. Well, now it's scattered all over the savannah.
Yeah, here's the orbital elevator. I was thinking that the Halo series kind of has a formula
Sniper is down.
that the games follow, where the first level is usually repelling a Covenant attack on some type of Unity base or installation. You have Pillar of Autumn, you have Cairo Station, and then you have Crow's Nest. And then the second and third levels are usually some vehicle showpiece, set piece, where you're supposed to drive around and, you know, fight aliens in cool environments. Pretty good. Have another mannequin almost modeled out, and it looks like it'll be fairly easy to transfer the rig. That's good, because I know rigging sucks. Nobody likes rigging. But, this one, of course, in Halo 1, that was Halo, the level. And then in Halo 2, that is Metropolis and Outskirts. And then in Halo 3, it's Tsavo Highway. Aw, I think they got shot out of their vehicle. That's so sad. And then they go into usually some bombastic levels that everybody remembers as their favorites. So that's Assault of the Control Room and Silent Cartographer. That's Regret and Delta Halo. And that's Covenant and the Ark in this game. And then it goes into a tight corridor flood mission that no one remembers fondly, which is 343 Guilty Spark, Sacred Icon, and Cortana. And then it finishes off with some bombastic end level, usually with a Warthog run. 2 out of 3 times it's a Warthog run. Oddly enough, Halo 2 is the one that breaks the mold the most, and that's because of the deuterogatous nature of the campaign, where the Arbiter and the Chief are playing their own separate stories. The Chief is largely following the formula as it was placed in the other games, whereas Arbiter is kind of doing his own thing that only kind of relates to the formula. And I think it's funny. That's Gunnery Sergeant Stacker. He's in every single Halo game, kind of. Not every single one of them. A lot of them. Woo! So... Choppers. Choppers are a brute vehicle known for their ability to kind of just run things over. I think one of the coolest things about them... He's just off doing his own thing. Yep, he's very much doing his own thing. Which kind of makes sense that Halo 3 was supposed to halfway be in Halo 2. Because then it would have made the Chief and the Arbiter, like, meet up and actually play together. Ooh, I did a wheelie. So the thing about choppers that's important is that, first of all, they basically never flip. That's really funny. They're just very much predispositioned against flipping. Second off, those cannons, like their shooty little guns, are 30mm cannons, I believe. I think that's the level. Hero's Journey. I don't even know if it counts as the Hero's Journey. It's just the way the game plays. The 30mm cannons, which if you want a comparison... The A-10 Warthog has a 30mm cannon. So those bullets are as big as a human male man's forearm. Big bullet. Yeah, bugs. The Warthog gun is an anti-air gun, but I think it's meant for targets a little bit bigger than drones. Is everybody good? Are we alive? Cool.
Gods, grant your expedition. By uncovering
Meow.
this relic, we pay homage to their glory. When the dust settles, we will all see what I already know.
Pump
Here
them full of
lies
forearms, Chief.
the staff of our
Pump their forearms full of Chief. I want to inject Halo straight into my veins. I want to bleed it. I want to breathe it. There's another skull. Does everybody like finding skulls? I know everybody likes finding skulls. Let's go get another skull. He's down here. Covenant cruiser.
Say again, Recon? You're breaking up.
Something in the crater, man.
I'm pretty sure it's over
Something in
here.
the storm.
I could be wrong, though. It's been a long time since I found the skulls. And the game's long and difficult, and they're driving away without me. I hate when they do that. Don't they know I'm their leader? Woo! Okay, it's not on... It's on one... There it is. Do you see it? I found the death plane, everybody. Isn't that exciting? Everybody loves a good old death plane. Bungie was a little bit more liberal with their death planes in this game, which is probably for the best. Can't believe the Marines just ditched you? I can. They're suicidal, and they will often just drive
Say again,
off.
Recon? You're breaking up.
Okay.
Something in the crater.
Ah, I didn't even try to jump. I just walked into the abyss. I gotta get the skull, though. Everybody needs to see the skull. So we're gonna fall into the... I am drawn to holes. Take that as you will. But I am drawn to them. I will fall in them. I will embrace them. I will become one with them. They are me and I am them. No, 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 no! Woo! Okay, that was too much of a jump. We are going to find the happy medium between too much and not enough. And then we will rejoice. I love collectibles and knickknacks. Nobody clip that. Don't clip that. Nobody's allowed to clip that. Do not clip that.
Something in the crater, man. Something beneath the storm.
So, minor problem. I'm really bad at platforming. I think, and this is gonna sound like a cop-out excuse, and it might be. It might definitely be. It probably is a cop-out excuse. I, don't like jumping using a mouse and keyboard. I don't like jumping using a mouse and keyboard. It feels harder. It feels harder to do. So, we're gonna try this. That didn't work at all. That was really close. Did you see that? That was really close. I think I needed to be a little bit closer to the edge and I would have made it. The thing is that the game doesn't even tell you what skull you found. So this is all work for a skull that you guys have already seen. And that I don't know which one it is. So... okay, I'm just gonna play the rest of the level. I'm sorry, guys. I can't perform the jumps correctly. And there's really not much... You guys already saw the skull. You know it's there. I know it's there. We know it's there. I don't think I can make this series of jumps and grenade jumps on mouse and keyboard. It's just the jump's a little too floaty and the grenade blows up a little bit too fast. I apologize profusely. If you want to complain, please leave a comment on my VOD channel. Did you see that? That was a subtle dig at engagement. Look at that. Alright, let's resupply boys. I was thinking, funnily enough, the skull was tough luck? You're joking. The skull was tough luck? That's perfect. I feel like I have a cosmic being that denies me good things. But due to the fact that it denies me good things in such a way, it circles back around to being really funny. At least for me. That's perfect. I have no other notes. Holy bejesus. Hey, stop blowing up. Yeah, there's a lot of enemies in here. There's a lot of enemies in here. I'm gonna have to think a little bit harder about how I take them on. I don't want to think a little bit harder about how I take them on. I just want them to die. Unfortunately, the brain has to be on. I don't want it to be on. I went to work today. I walked 19,000 steps at work today. You killed my friend. I like that after the brute jetpacks die, their dumb little jetpacks continue flying. Yeah, brute jump packs don't have a lot of... Thinking of my FPS? No. That is an interesting glitch. Why does that happen? That guy went flying. I wonder what the music's about, huh? Where's the brute that had the plasma? Uh-oh. Because I know that if you have the fuel rod gun, you can destroy those phantoms. It doesn't look like we're gonna get to destroy those phantoms, which sucks.
Pelicans are inbound with heavy weapons. We need to hold out until they arrive.
We need to hold out until they arrive. Okay. I did the whole reload. I threw a grenade instead of reloading again because I'm good at the video game. I did it once again. Yep. So it's interesting because brutes have several ranks in this game. Oh man, I'm just wasting a bunch of power weapon ammo. So brutes have several ranks in this game. Oh, look at you. They have the brute minor, major, ultra. And then they have brute captain, minor, major, ultra. Then they have bodyguard. They have stalkers. They have... Ooh! So that's a weapons chieftain. They're one of the two types of brute chieftains. Weapons chieftains are noted by their gold armor and their usage of either fuel rod guns or... yeah, did you see him down there? That's a brute major. I was talking about a different kind of brute, but I got distracted. Woo, baby! Yeah, you're very dangerous. Power drain. I'm in a dangerous situation. If they're focused on me, though, maybe they'll... Yeah, he's trying hard to hit me. Oh, interesting. I think I got headshot there. I was trying to dodge, and I bobbed and weaved to my death. Okay. Okay, we're learning. We're learning. It's all good. It's all about learning.
Here comes trouble.
This was simplified in Reach to only be brute majors, brute minors, brute captains. I'm gonna just sit in your network of bubble shields here. Yeah, this seems safe. Thanks, guys, for dropping a bunch of these. I want that. I want that. I want that. They're punching my boys. I love glitches. I think glitches are so much fun. We should have more glitches in video games. I want a game with more glitches. I'm a big fan of jank. If you haven't noticed, it might be one of my calls to action. Yeah, if you do this. That's why you want the fuel rod gun.
Wraith, get to cover!
Okay, the Wraith might be a little bit awkward. Might be a little bit difficult to get rid of. Might be a little bit embarrassing, even. What's he doing in there? Yep. You are mine. Oh, I can just do this. This game will try to carry you over with the equipped weapons to the next level, but only in the next level if the ammo somewhere on the level for it. And the skulls on this level in Cortana, specifically for some reason, bypass this check to give you what the first energy weapon that is indexed for that level. For this level and the following, the first energy weapon listed is the plasma pistol. For Cortana into Halo, it gives you a Spartan laser. Little bit of an upgrade. Just a slight. It's a slight upgrade.
We should stop here.
Just a slight upgrade. You get a little bit of the Halo theme. Everybody loves the Halo theme. Nervous. Yeah. Unfortunately, choppers are most dangerous not when they're actually ramming you, but when they're shooting you with those cannons. They do so much damage. Woo, baby! That was a fair trade. I'd take that trade any day. Let's go again. That was awesome. Yeah! Choppers! I love it. I love this game so much. This game is so cool. Oh, I'm in a bad place. Okay. So. We're gonna have to be way more careful with the choppers. We're gonna have to be way more careful with the choppers. Because they just shoot you to death. It's not even that they're ramming me. They're just getting me in a crossfire between the four of them and blowing me to bits. Yeah, shoot them out, shoot them out, shoot them out, shoot them out, shoot them out. See, that being able to, like, flip you and lift you is so dangerous. Okay. Let's try to trick him into doing that. Okay. I knew! The thing was that was my plan! And instead of enacting the plan, I panicked! Oh man. I didn't do it right. I tried to do something smart. I tried to do something cool. I tried to do something intelligent. And instead, I choked. Oh, man. Game is scary. I think we're going into spooky season, right, guys? We're going into Halloween. I'm very excited for Halloween. I don't know if you guys are. One of my favorite holidays. But I wanted to talk a little bit because I had just finished my stage show. We were doing a stage show. And woohoo! Uh-oh. You can drive in a different timeline. I just finished my stage show, right? And you know, the stage show was about spooky things. It was a murder mystery. And I was like, oh, I got so many.
Keep going.
I got so many parts of my costume for that stage show. I could just be like historical murderer guy. But then I was like, is it kind of like callous to dress as a historical murderer for Halloween? Like, oh, happy Halloween, what are you? Oh, I'm Jeffrey Dahmer. Oh. Like, that doesn't sound right. That's not okay. So, I don't know. What do you guys think about that? What are the ethics of that to you guys? What are the optics of that? If someone came to your Halloween party, and they were like, yeah, you know, I'm dressed as evil historical figure. Is there an amount of acceptable time before evil historical murderer is more of like a, oh, that's an interesting reference, instead of a, ew, I don't know about that one, Chief. Because for me, I think it has to be like 150 years. I feel like it would be really funny if someone came to my Halloween party dressed as Andrew Jackson. Even though that's the guy who was like, you know, the Trail of Tears sounds like a good idea. But then again, like, I think it's also the setting, maybe? You probably wouldn't want to do that in, like, a majority Native American area. That would probably be very... I think it depends on the scale of evil as well as the time. Is there an inverse relationship to the scale of evil? Is the more heinous the acts, the funnier it becomes? Because, like, I'm wondering if someone showed up dressed as Mussolini and you knew that they weren't, like, a fascist, but they just thought the idea was funny, would you give them a little bit of leniency for that? Because I think the problem with dressing up, like, as a historical evil man... Oh, dressed as Dahmer right around the Netflix thing came out. Yeah. Was that guy kind of, Was he kind of wacky? Or was it, like, in good fun? I just can't imagine it being in good fun. You know what I mean? It feels like... ethically, there are some questions to be had here. It's all like, how acceptable is dark humor? How acceptable is the dark humor? Yes, check who is... Yeah, I think that's one of the most important things is, like, why are they dressing as this guy? Why did they choose this guy? Because if they dressed as, like, John Wilkes Booth, and the theme... Yeah, context is everything. In most cases, context... Well, I would say in all cases, context is everything. I'm gonna make that statement as absolute as I can make it. In all cases. Oops. Okay. Context is everything. So it's like, if a guy comes in dressed as John Wilkes Booth, right? And you know this guy, and you're, like, doing presidential assassins as the theme, there's nothing wrong there, right? But if you know this guy, and he's got, like, a Confederate flag on his truck, and he says stuff like, you know, not all slave owners were actually that bad, you should probably be a little suspicious, right? You should be a little suspicious, and by a little, I mean a lot. You should probably be careful with that. Actually, I had something really funny happen today. Not along those lines, and less about, like, John Wilkes Booth and stuff like that. But I was on break, just sitting in the break room, you know. They put out cupcakes because we had several days in a row accident-free. Nobody got hurt. Wow. So, I'm dead. While I was in the break room, I get a random, like, Snapchat notification that someone wants to be my friend. And I was like, who is this guy? But I saw that they had 7 mutuals, and they had just, like, a really generic name, right? I want to ram it. I want to ram it so bad. I keep getting myself killed because I want to ram it. And I was like, okay, so this guy probably knows someone that I know. And is just, like, patting out their Snapchat friends list or wants to know who I am. Okay, fine. Fair, fancy free. I'm not, like, particularly upset about that. So I accept the friend request, and they immediately send me, like, a message. And I'm like, oh no, this is a bot. I just accepted a friendship from a bot. But I open up the snap anyway, under fear of Trojan horse. And it's just an image of them staring down at the camera, like the top half of their face. And they are asking if I was blank from blank high school. And I was like, no, I don't know who that is, and I don't know who you are. And they're like, oh, no, yeah, you're not this guy. My friend from that place is bald and beautiful. I was a little sad. I was like, hey. So I sent back another message, and I was like, can I be bald and beautiful too? You know? And he just responded, well, if you shave. And I'm like, I'm not going to shave. Call me bald and beautiful right now. I want to be bald and beautiful too. I should have pulled out. I should have pulled out, baby. Okay, there's something wrong with my connection to chat, so let me... Are you guys still good? For me, Twitch kind of glitched out. Like, I lost... How are you guys feeling? How are you guys doing? Because Twitch broke for me. Still good, still good, thank you. Chat's moving pretty normal for me, so it's me. The problem is me. It's me. I'm the problem, it's me. That's, yeah, I hiccuped a bit earlier, but stable as now. Did you miss my story? Did you miss my bald and beautiful story? That would have been so sad if you missed my bald and beautiful story. Alright, I'm pulling back the game. We're good. We're playing the video game. What was I talking about before Twitch glitched? Copyright strike for singing? Taylor hit me that fast? Holy but Jesus. How did Taylor Swift move that fast? Come on. Break. 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 I think it's so funny, because, like, Taylor Swift has a lot of songs about being, like, the villain or the bad guy in other people's stories and stuff like that. And that's fine, fair, and fancy-free. Like, I'm not gonna just... I'm not here to dissect Taylor Swift's lyrics. What I'm saying is that I really disliked that when she had issues with, like, Ticketmaster and seats were being double booked or something kind of crazy like that, she immediately put all the blame on Ticketmaster and would not, because her brand is so important that she couldn't even make a joke about, hey, it's me, I'm the problem, I'm so popular that people are willing to buy my seats twice over. You know, like, there was no levity in it. It was immediately like, be mad at that company, don't be mad at me, please still buy my merch. You know, it's like you're building this story. You're building this entire, like, personality that you're some type of monster, misunderstood beast and being that people can't relate to because, you know, you're so moody. And then, like, the second something inconvenient happens for your brand, you just drop that entire personality. I don't know. There's a lot of criticisms you can levy, I think, towards Taylor Swift ethically. Like, I'm not going to discuss the merit of her music. There are millions of people the world over who adore her music and her lyricism. Obviously, she speaks to a majority of people who listen to her, right? Like, she has something to say that people really like, and that's fine, fair, and fancy-free. But she's also, like, a billionaire. And she got that position through nepotism. And she is a success story, not because of her art. I mean, like, she has merit in her art, but she's a success story because someone held her hand. Someone who was exorbitantly rich, enough to the point that they could buy enough of her first CD to put her on the Billboard Top 100. You know what I mean, right? Like, I don't know. We're getting back into the ethics of success. Do you deserve success? Who cares? At the end of the day, people are going to listen to whatever makes them happy. And if people like, you know, Chris Brown can still get top charting on Spotify after nearly beating, like, Rihanna to death, then there's nothing that will stop people from enjoying their consumption, right? There's only so much you can do. There's only so much you can do. Allegedly. Also, I want to say allegedly so I don't get sued. It's not slander. It's not slander. I didn't say anything, and also I have 8 viewers on Twitch. So, there's only so much I can do. My voice is not that important. Please don't sue me. Aside, I wanted to talk about music for a little bit. I wanted to talk about singing, because last night I stayed up way... Oh, that was a good hit. That was a good hit. That was a really good hit. I wanted to stay up... I stayed up way too late, basically. And the reason why I stayed up way too late was I was writing. I was writing things. I was writing ideas. I was writing stuff that I wanted to do for, like, this channel and other stuff, right? And one of my very stupid ideas that I think is really funny, but it's probably only funny for me, is I want to... I'm like giggling thinking about it. I want to do a VTuber concert. You know, kind of like a HoloLive style VTuber concert. But you know how, like, HoloLive... You guys don't know anything about HoloLive. None of you know a thing about HoloLive. One of the viewers is Chris Brown himself. Hey, Mr. Brown. You should probably be in prison. It's not slander. It's not slander. No, so I like HoloLive does concerts, and they're specifically idols, right? They are idols. The whole Japanese idol persona. That's what they do, right? And that to me is a genuinely, like, such an interesting side of the entertainment industry that has a grip on, you know, most of the people in the world, because it's Southeast Asia. There's idols in, like, Korea and Thailand and stuff like that. And HoloLive itself has idols from quite literally all over the world, with, like, HoloLive Indonesia and HoloLive English-speaking countries. Explode. Thank you. Allegedly! So, they do their idol concerts, and they sell out stadiums so that people can watch 3D models dance on stage and sing admittedly pretty good music. A lot of those people are genuinely so talented that it makes me angry. It makes me so jealous. But I want to do a VTuber concert, but instead of it being like the stereotypical idol concert, I want it to be like a very stuffy, very professional, very silly chamber concert. I want it to be like it's a sterile stage. There are glamorous e-bulletins where each VTuber takes black and white headshots of themselves with whatever instrument that they play. And there is a grand piano, and each anime girl avatar comes up, introduces the piece that they are about to perform in absolute sincerity, and then performs something like Bach or Chopin. That's my dream. I feel like that would be delightfully absurd. And of course, like, I would love for it to be treated with the utmost sincerity that a chamber concert deserves. Arias and act songs, the whole deal. The whole deal. I know that there are enough classically trained VTubers out there to make this a reality. I know. But again, I have 8 viewers on Twitch. So this is a pipe dream. I would have to have a studio. I would have to have 3D capturing software. I would have to have enough people who are willing to make this a reality. I would have to have enough viewers to make this, like, something that they would watch. And I just think it would be so funny. I think it would be delightfully absurd. But this was all coming from... Have you guys ever heard of karaoke streams? Do you know what those are? Ooh! Eurovision 2.0. Yeah, except they're performing Bach. Eurovision doesn't perform Bach. They could. I would love if a Eurovision artist, I bet one Eurovision artist at least has performed. They used to be quite, sorry if I'm like burping. I had made the mistake of having like fried chicken before this stream. Bad idea. That always comes back to bite me. I'm like, oh, I love fried chicken. And then I just hurt myself. I can't do that anymore, man. It's like gastric reflux. You know, you gotta take care of yourself. I can't do that anymore. I need to be careful with what I'm eating. I won't, but I should. Anyways, I was thinking about karaoke streams, right? Everybody's heard of karaoke streams, and if you haven't, you're learning about them now. And I thought karaoke streams are such a cute idea. Like, that's so much fun. Everybody comes in, and it's basically like a little concert where you get to sing little pop culture songs. But I was really scared, because I was like, I want to do a karaoke stream. I like singing. I like performing. I like doing stuff like that. But I was like, I don't know pop culture songs. And everybody's going to choose stuff. And what if I have to say I don't know the Spice Girls? Right? I'd be so embarrassed. I'd be so embarrassed turning down so many, like, requests. And then I actually sat down and watched a karaoke stream, and I realized that you curate the track list yourself. You're supposed to choose your own songs. You're singing to chat in a concert style, and they just have to like it. I was dumbfounded. I had assumed audience participation. Austria brought back Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart back from the dead to write one more hit for Eurovision. Yeah, they really need to get their Austrian heroes back in line because of that one guy. They're never gonna live that one guy down. Yeah, like, looking back, that makes so much sense, right? Like, of course you curate your karaoke stream. Of course you choose which songs you're going to sing. But I had totally just assumed that it's a chat ordeal. And I was like, wow, they're so brave. They know so much music. How did they do this? When it's like, they're singing songs they want to sing. Guys, I'm struggling. Ooh, that actually hit. Covenant. This game still holds up pretty well graphically, IMO. This game still looks pretty good. Okay. Yeah, pour fire on the demon. You can't burn me, I come from hell. Come here. Enter the Thunderdome. Hey, I'm playing like a Titan. This gives me Destiny flashbacks. Isn't it so sad that Destiny died of Ligma? The problem still remains with doing a karaoke stream, right? The problem still remains with doing a karaoke stream is that I only like bizarre and obscure music. And I feel like a lot of the songs that I would want to sing don't have karaoke tracks. And I'm like, oh, I could make them myself with a little bit of audio editing. It should be pretty easy. I have never edited audio once in my life. Why do I think it's going to be easy? You know what that is? You know what that is? Is it the Dunning-Kruger effect? That's what it is. Yeah, Shotgun from Within the Ward of Light. There is no more iconic duo. Except for Ash and Pikachu. And that's a gaming reference for all you gamers today. So, speaking of gaming, right? I'm on tangents tonight. I am talking. I got places to be. I'm also kind of like, I made a promise to myself that I was gonna take tomorrow night off. I am not going... Hubris. You're hubris. I am going to... take tomorrow night off, and I'm sad about it. I don't want to take tomorrow night off, but I really should, right? because I think I've streamed 8 or 9 days in a row, and it's just because I love to do it. I love it so much. This is so much fun, and I love being here. But, like, I gotta take days off. I gotta let you guys do something else. You're always in here watching me. You don't need to do that. So I'm probably gonna take tomorrow night off. But what was I talking about before this? Ash and Pikachu, right. So, it's
Lord
always
Hood,
so funny talking to
made it.
people about Pokemon.
To my ears, Commander. What about the
Cutscene time.
Fully uncovered, sir.
We don't have much time. Marines, the Prophet of Truth doesn't know it yet, but he's about to get kicked right off his throne. You will take our city back and drive our enemy into the graves they've been so happily digging. One final effort is all that remains.
Hey, that's one of the names of the songs. One final effort. So, it's so funny talking to people about Pokemon, right? Because you don't know how much they know about Pokemon, right? You don't know. And I know a bit. I'm not super well versed, but, you know, in 5th gen, I was interested in the competitive scene, and I have a lot of knowledge about just specific Pokemon that I really liked in the games. I've played a bunch of the games. But I was talking to this kid, right, where he was hanging out at the Playhouse because his mom was our stage manager. And at the Playhouse, they kind of just... I spent most of the time, like, distracting the younger ones so that they wouldn't bother us while we were getting ready for the shows and stuff like that. And so I was talking to this kid about Pokemon because he had Pikachu on his shirt. And he was talking about how it's so dumb that the Pokemon anime is done with Ash. That Ash and Pikachu are done. And I'm like, kid, how old are you? You know? And he goes, oh, I'm like, I think he said he was either 6 or 7. He wasn't super old. And I was like, let's put this into context, kid. Ash and Pikachu have been going since like 1995. You were born in 2018. They were playing the game for like 23 years before you were born. It's time to let them rest. It's time to get a new major character in the Pokemon series, right? But he was like, oh, I'm never tired of Ash and Pikachu, and it's like everybody else is. I shouldn't say that. I bet there are a lot of old heads who are like, what, you can't stop Ash and Pikachu? That's my childhood. And it's like, you're still living it. It doesn't have to be just your childhood. You can still watch Pokemon, and you can like new characters too. I don't know. I don't watch Pokemon. I don't watch the anime. I don't watch anime at all, really. So it's not like it hurts me in any meaningful way. I don't even know if they're really going to be done with him. They might dig up his grave. We don't know. We don't know. Nintendo is Nintendo, and they make some pretty heinous decisions about stuff like that. That's scary. Yeah, you keep driving forward. Are you just gonna... Wow. I think this speaks for itself. I don't think there's anything I could say that would make that funnier. That's perfect. No. Mine. Beep boop. Beep boop, beep boop. I was gonna say something else about Pokemon. Yes. So they stopped. They had these like Lego Game Boys. And I don't know if the Lego Game Boys can actually play Game Boy games. Does anybody know anything about the Lego Game Boys? People were losing their mind over the Lego Game Boys. And they just kind of looked like a simple build to me. They didn't look like anything special. So I was like, why is everybody losing their mind over the Lego Game Boys? But everybody wanted a Lego Game Boy. Well, today, so we sold like 6 yesterday. That's pretty good. That's a decent amount of Lego Game Boys out the door. Not bad. Today, someone came in and bought the other 14 in one go. 14 of them. I was like, hey, probably for reselling too is the thing that's really annoying about that.
Get going, sir.
Really?
Just waiting for us to clear the anti-
Why did you do that? Everybody saw that that was his fault, right? Everybody saw that that was not my fault. I'm probably so high energy and you guys are probably so tired. I'm sorry. I'm just so happy to be here. I have things to say and things to talk about. I've been thinking a lot today. That's the thing about working my stupid job, is that I can spend a lot of my time just thinking, walking and thinking and thinking and walking. So nice. I hate resellers, and that's a strong word, and you probably shouldn't hate anyone. But I just think that, like, reselling is so morally bad. Like, it's so... I think it's bad. I think it's morally wrong to resell. And I'm like, this is coming from someone who doesn't like... I don't care about the companies, right? I do not care about the companies, because the companies are getting their money either way. I care about the people who are genuinely passionate about their hobbies. The people who just want to collect things. The people who, like, the stuff is targeted towards anyways. Like, it breaks my heart every single time I see a kid come in, a little girl or a little boy, come to our Pokemon section and find it completely wiped out. Because a bunch of 30 and 40-year-old men bought every single Pokemon card so they can sell it on their eBay, right? Like, that feels was that one of my guys? Yes, particularly for things meant for kids. Particularly for things meant for kids. And it's so dumb because nerds are gonna consume. But that's what we do. I love consuming. If they made action figures of, like, everything I've ever loved, I would buy them in a heartbeat. I have Skibbity Toilet TV Head Woman on my desk here. I am a consumer. I love buying little treats. I love buying little things for myself, and I have very poor self-control when it comes to money. So I understand. I understand the desire to fill your life with things that make you happy, especially, like, stuff that maybe isn't so mainstream. Every time a new graphics card releases, yes. I've had several friends talk about, I think one of my coworkers has said that he just bought a 3070 and it cost him $256, which feels like a lot for a 3070, but I don't know. I don't know graphics cards. And then one of my other coworkers bought, like, the 50-something for $500, and he was, like, giddy. He was so excited that he found it for that cheap. And I was like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You know, it's like, it's just sad to see stuff that people are genuinely so excited and so passionate and so happy towards be taken by people who don't care as much because they just want to make a quick buck off the people who are passionate. It's exploitative. It is exploitative. And the companies don't care. The companies have no incentive to change that practice because they get their money either way. They get paid at the end of the day either way. Now, there are some who are doing a pretty good job about it. I think Nintendo, to their credit, has done something about, like, how much stuff you're allowed to get out of the kiosks and stuff like that. GW, whenever there's a new Warhammer release, has, like, a max of 2 per. But most companies just could not care. Because, again, they get paid either way, and there's no incentive for them to cater goodwill, because people will buy at the end of the day. Again, if it makes them happy, people are less likely to discern. You know what I mean? Like with the Chris Brown thing. Someone can commit, like with Drake, you can do horrible things, right? And people will still consume your product because you perform them a service. It takes quite a bit. Like, first of all, you have to either be, you know, somebody secondary in the first place that they don't necessarily really care about what you're performing and stuff like that. Like, oh, they weren't that good anyways, I guess I'll boycott them. Or you have to do something particularly heinous, and there has to be a particularly effective campaign against you. But this is also, like, I admit, this is a very cynical rant, right? There has been some really good efforts to boycott and to change the way people act about or towards certain creators.
Gods and demons.
If you say so, Cortana.
Rockets in back.
Here we go. Everybody loves mongooses, right? What a vehicle. What a vehicle.
Anti-air raids to the next lake bed, Chief.
I love the idea. Ooh, sorry, Marines. You land right side up. You'll be fine. So I love the idea of they're like, oh, the enemy has a ton of anti-air and armor. What do? Somebody get the ATVs. What did he just do? Oh, okay, bye. See, I don't even need to kill my enemy. I have an aura, right? I have an aura of disaster. They will simply kill themselves. What paladin aura is that? Instead of giving bonuses to your allies' saves, you give negatives to your enemies? Ah! Oh! What? No! My friend! I just sat still and he died! Well, that's unfortunate. Equipped with 4 wheels and a dream. The dream is alive in Thafin. That guy is not. He is not alive. He died! No! And I did too. I perished. Oh, he's alive this time. I actually want to use the military pod. I want to use the missile pod, though. I want to use the missile pod. You know what I've had stuck in my head all day? That song from Prince of Egypt. That's probably not super, like... it's pretty bad at hitting targets at close range. It's that song from Prince of Egypt where Moses is like, "This is my home." All I've ever wanted, I think. But it's only that part over and over in my head. I don't remember what the rest of All I've Ever Wanted is even like. Okay. Okay. We're stuck. We're stuck. We're stuck, friends. We're stuck. We're a little bit stuck. We'll be okay. We'll be okay, but for right now, we're a little bit stuck. I wish I was in that Hornet. Silk Song. I don't want to be in that Hornet. I don't like that discourse. What was that? I could only stare. I was so confused. Like, what was that? What a maneuver. He's coming back. Who is this brute? No, there you is. Come back. Come back. Come back. No, not shooting me. Not shooting me. I want to destroy the Phantom. Aw, I wish people would stop shooting me so I can play the video game. I want to shoot other things. I don't want to deal with the constant vehicles. I want to shoot the military missile house. Especially because the guy with the rocket launcher is really bad at leading his targets. He's really bad at hitting other things. I mean, both of those would have hit if he didn't hit the pipe. Woo! That was pretty awesome. That was pretty cool. I had a bunch of caffeine before this stream, and that was probably a really bad idea. I feel like I can go forever. I feel like I'd run a mile. I had a bunch of caffeine. I'm trying to... This is... would be better off with a sniper marine. Yeah, they could just shoot the driver right out of the vehicle, and it would be fine. I've been thinking I want to watch Hunchback of Notre Dame again. That's something I've been thinking about. I think that's a really good movie. It's not like the best Disney movie ever made. It's got some tonal issues that maybe aren't the best in the world, but it's a good movie. And but the problem is that when I watch movies, I kind of have to give them my full attention. I didn't last night. We watched Puss in Boots last night, and that was really fun. But I wasn't necessarily paying full attention.
Run everywhere we go. Kill everyone we see when we get there. Oh, let me
But Hunchback is one of those movies that I have to give my full attention to. Here it comes.
Scarab, find some cover, now!
He's coming. Here it is, baby. So scarabs are interesting because I've had questions before, like how big can a hunter get? You know what I mean? Because hunters are worm colonies. They're just big colonies of worms. And they grow. They seemingly grow forever. And hunter pairs are a single colony that got big enough to split. And when they split, they became the combat bond, right? They became the two hunters that are bonded together. And that's why they get really mad when you kill one or the other, because they're essentially the same being. They're bond brothers in a way that doesn't make you wouldn't. They're bond brothers in a way that humans would not be able to understand. I guess we're gonna mongoose it, my friends. But hunters are really intelligent. The more hunters there are in a single area, the more intelligent they become. And you would think that a big colony of worms wouldn't have much in the way of culture, but hunters are known to spout off, like, battle poetry in their worm language in the midst of combat. They also have kind of a lot of that proud warrior race guy going on that elites have. But it's weird because they're just big colonies of worms. Most of the Covenant has that proud warrior race guy going on. They don't really do much except for fighting. And that's on purpose, of course. Like, both in lore and as Bungie had designed them. They're supposed to be just kind of like... They're alien soldiers you kill in a video game. There's really not much nuance to their society. And that's okay. That's okay. I want there to be more nuance to their society, but that's okay. That's why jackals are so legitimately super interesting. Because, you know, they're a planet ruled by mob families. That's really funny. Oh, no! Wow! We're good. 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 And we're good. Oh no, please. I don't want to die here. Oh my gosh. I know nothing but fear. I know nothing but fear. Okay, I really want to do, because it's almost Halloween. It's almost Halloween. I want to do some scary game streams. I want to do some scary game streams. And I don't know what you guys would rather want. What scary game would you guys like? Because I was thinking something like Dead Space. Because I love Dead Space. I adore Dead Space. It's one of my favorite games, like, ever. I'm so bad. I'm so bad. I would love to do Dead Space, but I don't know if you guys would like to see Dead Space. Like, okay, it's coming down. Yeah, we love Dead Space. I think Dead Space would be very fun to do. So I don't know if we're gonna like get through all of Halo and then go into Dead Space. So look here. You can actually see in the Scarab. You see what those are? Hunter worms. This Scarab is how big hunters can get. The Scarab is a big hunter. I'm seeing a lot of "We love Dead Space" in the chat. I'm excited for that. I think Dead Space would be a good idea, and I'm glad you guys do too. We're gonna watch this blow. Nice. Isn't there nothing more beautiful?
I'm sending in a few pelicans.
Very good.
One more target, Chief.
Oh man, I'm still riding high from when the Scarab sent me into the stratosphere. I'm like, no, I can't die. I'm invincible. Hey, Arbiter's here. Took him long enough. I wonder what he was doing. I kind of forgot. I didn't pay attention to what he was doing in the last stream because I was going crazy on Halo lore.
We've got this area locked down, sir. Follow us.
You may have it locked down, but I have it locked up. You should have this guy.
Chief. Roger that.
Yep, that's Sergeant Stacker.
I am your shield. I am your sword.
So the Cortana moments are fine, like in a first playthrough, but they kind of drag the game on once you do other playthroughs. It's like, okay, Cortana, I get it. That's fine. Hey, speaking of weird visions of women I've abandoned, Nicole from Dead Space. So yeah, I think the game is telling us we need to play Dead Space. I also love Dead Space. I'd be able to yap about Dead Space quite a bit. Oops, I'm dead. And then there's Beatrice. She's dead. No, 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 no. Tango is wigged out. That's awesome. That's a good line. That's funny. Shotguns are pretty good, but I'm gonna have the rocket launcher for now.
That's how we do it in the
He stands. He yet stands.
He's gone, man. He's gone.
No, he's not gone. He's standing. Brute Captain Major.
Stand your ground.
He is standing his ground. Oh god, I think I accidentally shot that guy in the head. Bubble time. I do think that I should play Resident Evil sometime because I've never beaten a Resident Evil game. And it might be more tolerable with you guys here. I'm not saying that Resident Evil is a bad game. That is definitely not what I'm trying to say. What I'm saying is that I'm really scared of Resident Evil. And having friends here might make it easier to play. The game scares me. Why I can play through Dead Space because Dead Space, like, it's scary, but you're way more dangerous in Dead Space than you are in Resident Evil. And eventually the jump scares just become minor annoyances. It kind of reminds me of Spooky's House of Jump Scares, if anybody has played and or remembers that. That's Badge. Look, they gave the rocket launcher a purpose against hunters. It one-shots them. That's pretty awesome. But hunters are kind of weak in this game, unfortunately. They're not very strong. They went back to being jokes. How sad. Yeah. I'm so good at the video game. Okay, how late do you guys want to go tonight? Because I feel like I could go quite late, but I don't want to make anybody uncomfortable. You know what I mean? I don't want anybody to be here, like, I feel like it's hard to fall asleep to me. Can anybody confirm that? I feel like my volume is a little too high to effectively fall asleep to. But maybe my constant droning can lull people to sleep. I don't know what it's like to listen to me. I love my own VODs, but I don't sleep to my own VODs. I watch them and tear myself apart. Oh, I got hit by a gravity hammer. Like, am I too loud? I'm chilling. I'm vibing. Maxing, relaxing, all cool. Is that, is that Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? That's Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, right? Will Smith, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I think he recently released a rap. The thing is that he released a rap, like, this year that referenced the slap of 2023. I probably won't be up too late, and that's fine. Like, I shouldn't be, like... I don't know. I don't know, actually. I'm like, oh, I shouldn't care what the audience thinks. And it's like, no, wait, I'm streaming for an audience. If I want to play the video game by myself, I should just, like, turn off the stream and play a video game by myself. I should, if I'm streaming to an audience, I should, I don't know. I just thought that was funny, where it's like, oh, I don't care what you guys think. When, like, this is, you guys are why I'm doing this. I absolutely care what you guys think. I don't know why I thought I was even gonna try to say that. We'll finish. We'll do Floodgate tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. I said that I'd take a break. Guys, no, you're just construction workers. Huh. I said that I'd take a break, so I should take a break tomorrow. We'll do Floodgate in 2 days then. Oh, that sucks. I'm already kind of thinking like, no, I want to stream tomorrow. Arbiter's dead. The Arbiter's dead. The Arbiter did a kip up. He is alive. He was just playing dead because he is a possum at heart. He's an American marsupial. I love possums. I think they're wonderful creatures. They're very, very funny animals. Very nice. No, my longsword
Chief,
bomber!
the ships are closing fast. Destroy that gun. We're out of time.
That's a dead bodyguard. Haha. So we're gonna finish this level, and we're already at the end of it. I'm not expecting it to take too long. I feel like I was playing pretty ding-dang well tonight. I died a lot of times, but I also died funny. So I was playing pretty good, I think. Oh, there was me reloading. I got a pet opossum once. What did its fur feel like? Because it feels like it would be quite luxurious. It feels like it would be quite luxurious. I like those wacky little creatures. I like how when I was just thinking that they're like, we should honor all God's creatures. You know what I mean? They say stuff like that. And then they never show a possum. They never show a possum or a raccoon. It's always cute stuff like a baby deer or a baby elephant. And I'm like, show the possum. That's one of God's creature. Pretty sure the possum's the tenor in God's chorus. Show the possum. Like a horsehair cat. Huh, I thought they would be softer than that. I guess it makes sense that they're not that soft, huh? But that fur just looks so pretty. It looks so soft and shiny. But them being like a horsehair cat kind of makes sense because they're feral beasts. They're feral beasts with no respect for anything that isn't trash. My chat always has weird experiences. You guys get up to some strange stuff. Unlike me, who is completely normal. Woohoo! That was awesome. That was like a super jump. Did you guys ever play Marble Blast? You guys ever play Marble Blast? Ooh, I'm out of ammo. because I was thinking of super jump. I love those like old browser computer games, stuff like Marble Blast, stuff like
Chief, that gun's been firing nonstop. It's gotta be
Marble Blast. Yeah, we love Marble Blast. Yeah, super jump. Yeah. Love Marble Blast. What's another one? I'm kind of blanking. I was about to say, like, Space Cadet. Space Cadet. The pinball game. Space Cadet. Does everybody remember Space Cadet?
Shove some lead down the throat.
Yeah, we should have some member berries in this stream. Does everybody want member berries in their stream? You know what? I'm probably going to renege on my deal, guys. I think I'm going to go on to Floodgate. It's only 1 in the morning. I think I quit. How long is the stream going on? It's 1:15. I think we're going to go on to Floodgate, guys. Is that okay with everyone? Is everyone okay with Floodgate?
All ships, fire at will.
Thank you, Aki. Thank you, Enthafen. Yeah, we're probably going to go on to Floodgate. We're going to fight the Flood.
This is the way the world ends.
Cortana, could you stop being cryptic for like 4 seconds and just talk to me straight? Women, am I right? You may boo now. You may point and laugh.
What did Truth just do? Did he activate the rings?
No, sir. But he certainly did something.
Evac wounded and regroup. Wherever Truth went.
Sir, new contact slipping
Sometimes you just have to be mad at things.
What is it? More brutes?
Worse.
Why would the Arbiter ask that? I've never liked that line for the Arbiter. What is it? More brutes? You know what it is. We all know what it is. You saw the spores and it kamikazed into the African savannah. That is not more brutes. That is not more brutes. And you know that. You know that. So why even ask? It makes him look dumb. It makes him look silly. It makes him look like a dumb baby head, stupid head.
Find the crashed flood.
Let's see if we do it right, boys and girls.
We either destroy this city or risk losing the entire planet.
Do it.
Chief, make your way to the crash site.
All squads, report. Multiple contacts. Unknown hostile.
Haha! Did you see that?
Over there!
There is a skull. If you kill that first guy, you get a skull. Isn't that neat? I like that. That's a good... Oh, I should probably... I'm actually going to have the assault rifle. I like the flood sound effects. I think the flood are very cool.
Hold back!
Sergeant, come on!
So, you're not supposed to save those guys, really. I'm wondering, so there's that guy who does the... I keep forgetting his channel name. I mention him in multiple streams, and I never, ever remember his channel name. And I feel really bad, because, like, how am I gonna keep mentioning his content and not remember the guy who made the content? That's bad. But I'm not gonna remember the content now, so it can be part of my next stream's addendum.
Quickly, let us find their ship.
Everybody
It's so
loves my
worth this
addendums.
abomination.
So, he does that video where he saves all of the Marines on Halo 2 on Legendary. You're alive, Marine. Do with it what you will. Look at them aura walking towards the... So, for the first time in the Halo series, your melee actually does damage to them, which had not been so in any of the previous games. Something that is also kind of fun is that, you know how you can shoot arms off the Flood? In 2, they would, you know, run until they pop. Are you dead? You're dead. They would run until they pop, and that was it. But in this game, they continue to run until they pop. The thing is that they pop into an infection form. So that means that they can infect another body. It's like the infection form realizes that the combat unit's prowess has been obliterated by the loss of its limbs, so it self-destructs the body and allows the infection form to infect another being. That's cool. That's really cool. But the Flood are super weak to damage in this one. And that's why there's 13 trillion billion of them. I think those guys are scripted to die. Those guys are scripted to die. Run, Marine. Don't let them touch you. You know, the thing is that I'm also super weak to damage. Most beings are pretty weak to damage. There are very few creatures in the modern world who has damage resistance. I think it's elephants and bears are the two major ones. They have resistance. So do fleas. Elephants, bears, and fleas have natural damage resistance. You need magical weapons to deal with those things. Yeah. So they made them super prevalent, super weak. So that you could fight, like, swarms of them. And that's kind of fun. I like that idea. I don't know why they suddenly made them weak to, melee damage. But I'm not, like, super upset about it.
Chief, I can't trust you. It's not safe. The Gravemind, it knows.
Is that a direct response to me complaining that she's too cryptic? Is that her going, I can't say everything, you idiot? That felt like a direct response to me be going, that's too cryptic. You need to be more... Burn, baby, burn. Everybody loves flamethrowers where there appears. Flamethrowers are so cool. Everybody... The Arbiter couldn't stand the heat. He needed to get out of the heat.
The Sergeant, they were all infected. I could see it crawling, sliding around beneath their skin. Oh. And then they got up, started to talk. Oh God, their voices. Oh God, no, make them stop.
So, that voice actor appears in Halo 1 with a similar
I helped them.
speech. Yeah, he's a reference to the Halo 1 guy. He will appear again in Reach. I'll show you where he is in Reach. It was really nice of the shipmaster to go, hey, get your people out. I'm gonna glass this place. But sucks that the elites just immediately died. They were so cool and then they were just all dead. Rip. I don't like their bodies screaming at me.
Broke through our line, and we gave chase. We had a fleet of hundreds. The last brother, the Flood, and as of all,
The last brother. He's talking to me. He's talking to me. He's talking to me. Oh, no! I've made a mistake! I've made a mistake! I've made a mistake. Someone save me. No, 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 no. Oh. I am not above being a little baby coward. Oh my gosh. It's interesting that the energy sword doesn't necessarily always destroy a combat form, depending on how squarely it lands. Yeah, the sword is getting me killed, but I think we're using it for cool points. I think we're using it because it's cool. You know what the Flood are very weak to? Plasma! They get ripped apart by plasma.
The light will go better now.
They're weak to everything that they were strong against in the previous games. I don't know why they did those changes, but I'm not upset. I like scything through hordes of Flood. I think it's fun. Are you growling at them? Also, interesting change to the carrier forms. They explode into trillions of the little guys. Again, I think they just really wanted the enemy to feel like a swarm in this one. And that's cool. I like that. That's a cool idea. I think it was done a little bit better than how they did Brood packs. Come here, little thing. I kind of wish, personally, that the Gravemind tried mixing things up a little. Can you blame him? No, I don't blame him at all. He's got to change his strategies where he can. I really kind of miss, for the Flood infection forms, that kind of like green glow they used to have, because that was the Flood spores inside, and the Flood spores are actually how they infect people. Something that they don't show, which I think is an absolutely horrifying concept, is that the Flood don't need infection forms to infect someone. You can be infected by breathing in the air where they are. That's really kind of scary. They can permeate the air so thickly with their spores that a single breath will do you in. They're an airborne zombie virus. And that would be really scary to fight against. That would be really dangerous to fight against. I think this is... They keep calling me a coffin. I'm not a coffin. I'm very alive in here. What's happening here? We win! What do you think we should name this guy? Hey, this is a really good gun, actually. I haven't really... I bet this dual-wielded would do so much damage. I'm not dual-wielding in this game, though, because, as we remember, the punch button and the shooty button are the same. And it won't let me change it or fix it or switch it. He never saw it coming! He's a good guy. He's a good guy. I think I'm gonna call him Tim. That's Tim the Elite, and he's my friend. We're gonna go get barbecue after this. I think the Elites would just, like, they would love barbecue. Do you think the Elites would love barbecue? I think Elites would love barbecue. They go crazy for barbecue. Ow. Oh, I got shot in the belly. I think Elites would have a lot of trouble chewing barbecue. Right? Because they have the 4 mandible bits. It's not like they can realistically chew things. They would have to eat it whole. Do they even have tongues? Maybe Elites wouldn't like barbecue. Maybe I just like sharing my barbecue with Elites. Yeah. That seems to be more likely. Yeah, I imagine it's hard for an Elite to chew. They probably can't. That's so sad. Isn't that sad? They could never have a barbecue brisket burger. That's messed up. Hey, guys. You should take more damage from the turret. Thank you. Something that's interesting about flood-infected elites... Okay, you're pretty growly, Tim. The thing about flood-infected elites that I think is pretty interesting is that their armor color will change. Is he half transformed? Yeah, look at that. Oh, no, I think he fully transformed. It just looked like he was half transformed. If you kill a stalker form in the middle of transforming, sometimes they get a really funny visual glitch. Okay. And they're only half transformed. Usually the half transformation comes in the form of big feet.
Hurry, demons!
Which looks as funny as it sounds.
But our shipmaster will sacrifice all to stop the flood.
They keep calling me Casket. I'm still alive in here. No, my friend. Save him. Yes, regen your shields. Tim must survive. If Tim dies, it's a fail state. This level ends. Don't hurt Tim. Oh! Oh! Somebody put the Smash Bros. Kring over that. That was perfect. He got sent into the stratosphere. I did not know the energy sword was that effective against flood tanks. You know what's one of the cool things about playing this game with an adult brain? Is that you learn new things about it. You learn new things about your favorite game. And that's cool. The Arbiter is dead. You did not found me. Found you. Okay, here we are, once again. Back at it again with another flood unboxing video. What's inside? It's another infection form. It's always an infection form. Hey, there's a stalker behind you, bro. Bro, there's a stalker behind you. Bro. Bro, there's a stalker. No. You know what I think is really interesting? Wow, you can just send them flying. What I think is really interesting is that you can... Yeah, it's only two that the guy killed himself. Spikers, or the Spiker Flood Pure Forms actually drop spike grenades. I don't know if this is just like a funny in-joke, or if like they're just full of spike grenades and that's how they evolve. Okay, this time it's gone better. It's gone better.
We'll let nothing pass.
You always remain here. I wish you guys would like touch things with me. Okay. So look at these guys. They have kind of a mix between Elite Assault and actually that's just Ratos Vadam's face. Do you guys see that? Can you imagine finding this for the first time and going, the shipmaster died here? No, it's a glitch. It's a glitch. It's not supposed to be Ratos Vadam. It's a glitch.
Do not be afraid.
Though, of course, most people would not go in and see that dead body and go, Ratos Vadam! No! Only an uber nerd would do that, and that's me. I am one of those uber nerds. Alright, so, and you see here, they eat all the spikes left over from dead brutes. Who are you to... What's the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent meal? Yes. Yeah, I'm charging the Flood for eating succulent meals. Because the succulent meals used to be living people. Okay, so, look at his helmet. Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think his collection's complete? No. You would think that he's the girl who has everything. But all he has is a glitch. He has a glitched helmet. he has a glitched helmet. For some reason, Bungie cannot get elite helmets right. They keep glitching them out from Halo 2 and Halo 3, especially with the Shipmaster. The Shipmaster gets glitched out quite often. Why? Nobody really knows, but he does. See, that this one doesn't have a glitched out Shipmaster face. That's too many helmets. Yeah, he has. And look, the Shipmaster's dead again. Why? Why? Bones. What do you think these bones belong to? Because that's a big femur. That's a big femur. Pimple popping video. Are you guys ready? You love everybody loves popping pimples. And everybody's favorite part of popping pimples is when the blackheads come out and try to kill you. Yeah, so look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. A freshly transformed Flood Elite will actually have the color of the Elite that was freshly transformed. After a bit of time, though, their armor will become blue, just the standard blue. Maybe it's common for Shipmasters to have that very specific injury. Well, the thing about Ratas Vadam is that Shipmasters are golden armored. Ratas Vadam wears white armor because he's a Shipmaster and the Spec Ops commander. He is the commander of all the Spec Ops forces and the Covenant. So, he's not a normal Shipmaster. Shipmasters are gold. Or I guess Fleet Masters are gold? Maybe I'm getting that wrong. That might be an addendum. That might be an addendum. I might have to addend that. Alright. Hold E to retrieve Cortana.
Chief.
Cortana?
High Charity, the Prophet's holy city is on...
Cortana.
Green Phantom.
Reclaimer. I must act quickly before your construct suffers any further trauma.
Leave her alone.
If we do not take this device to a safe location, somewhere I can make repairs.
On Halo, you tried to kill Cortana. You tried to kill me.
Protocol dictated my response. She had the activation index, and you were going to
Marathon
destroy
symbol
my
in his eye, by the way.
You did destroy my installation. Now I have only one function. To help you, Reclaimer. As I always should have done.
Nice. I'm so glad they kept the same guy for 343 Guilty Spark for every game. Very good voice actor. I love 343 Guilty Spark. Yeah, Floodgate took, what, 20 minutes? We're flying through Halo 3. They're glassing this part of Earth to stop the spread of the Flood.
Will it live, Oracle? Can it be saved?
Uncertain. This storage device has suffered considerable trauma. Its matrices are highly unstable.
Perhaps one of our technicians.
That will not be necessary.
Chief.
Success!
High Charity, the Prophet's holy city is on its way to Earth, with an army of Flood. I can't tell you everything. It's not safe. The Gravemind, it knows I'm in the system.
It's just a message.
Let it play.
But it doesn't know about the portal, where it leads. On the other side, there's a solution, a way to stop the Flood, without firing the remaining Halo rings. Oh! Hurry, Chief. The Ark. There isn't much time.
I'm sorry.
No matter, Oracle. We've heard enough.
The Ark.
Our fight is through the portal. With the brutes and the bastard truth.
Fine. We'll remain here. Hold out as long as we can.
Did you not hear? Your world is doomed. A Flood army, a Gravemind, has you in its sights. You barely survived a small contamination.
And you, Shipmaster, just glassed half a continent. Maybe the Flood isn't all I should be worried about.
One single Flood spore can destroy a species. Were it not for the Arbiter's Council, I would have glassed your entire planet.
Sir, with
Ratas
respect,
is
Cortana has
very
a solution.
anti-Flood.
Cortana. Did you see her condition? How damaged she is? She could be corrupted for all we know. Her solution could be a flood trap.
We should go through the portal. Find out for sure.
What we should do, Commander, is understand, clearly, that this is humanity's final stand. Here, at Earth. We go, we risk everything. Every last man, woman, and child. If we stand our ground, we might just have a chance.
No. If your construct is wrong, then the Flood is already won.
I'll find Cortana's solution. And I'll bring it back.
Earth.
I think Miranda trusts
is
her
all
sister.
We have left. You trust Cortana that much?
Sir. Yes, sir.
This is either the best decision you've ever made or the worst. Hell of it is, Chief. I doubt I'll live long enough to find out which.
I really like Ron Perlman's performance for Lord Hood. Yep. The exchange. The laws of equivalent exchange. You get my stuff, I get yours. Hey guys, this game might be good. This might be a good game. It might be a fun video game to play. Sergeant Johnson had to follow Chief. They're buddies. They're ride or die. They have to stay together. Alright. I think, yeah, we're definitely going to end on the arc. I hope everybody had fun. I am not. I am not. I am not. It's going to break my heart. It's breaking my heart. But I am going to take a break tomorrow night. I don't want to, but I have to. And I apologize to everyone who is so heartbroken that they won't be able to see me tomorrow. That's okay. You'll be fine. You'll grow, actually, I think. Thank you so much for watching. I guess we still have cutscenes.
Shipmaster, they outnumber us 3-1.
Then it is an even fight.
Very classic line.
All cruisers fire at will. Burn their mongrel hides.
The shipmaster has gotten a lot of really good lines for this one.
Part in the attack. He must have gone to ground.
Roger that, ma'am. We're on him. Kick the door.
Yeah, they're gonna land on the Ark. I'll be waiting patiently for your return. I'm sure you will at that. Unfortunately for us, I started that whole speech in the middle of a cutscene, so we're gonna have to sit here and wait. There's only so many of those pelicans.
We good, Hocus?
She's a little cook, Sergeant Major. She'll hold.
All right, pop the hatch.
ODSTs are so cool, man. I should play Helldivers again. I don't think I've played Helldivers in like a week or something.
That's something. Enjoy it while you can, Marines. We land right back to it. Priority 1. Secure a landing zone for the commander's frigate. Keep your eyes and ears open. We need all the intel we can get.
Yeah, it's like when you say goodbye to someone, but you end up walking the same direction as them. That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. Oh, okay. Now, for realsies. For realsies. Good night, everyone. Thank you so much for coming in to watch. I hope you had a good time. It's lovely playing for you. Yep. Welp. Yep. This is for realsies. Good night. I won't stream tomorrow, but I will be back again later in the week. So, have yourself a wonderful evening.